Okay, thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you very much for your introduction. And also, thank you very much for your support for this project. Then also, a nice meet you, Kim. So we talked to when I doing the ICOP, I talked to you before. Thank you very much for your support, for you connect me to several people. That's great. Then also, Beth, nice meet you. So I have talked to the several people in the Access Alaska. So that means I visited your the office in Fairbanks. So that is we have a very nice chat with them. So that is I pass some your the recruiting information in our student newsletter. So that is I think that is the we are connect. Okay, now I want to go through the slides. So you see the most of the time I'm the teacher, I'm the professor or the instructor in the university. I tell people about the innovation. So encourage people to do the innovation, to do the entrepreneurship. So, but this time, so I try to be an insight, so to share the information with you. So what I am doing. So that is, I think that is a good opportunity to practice what I approaching. So that is, I did some work for that. Okay, so that is the, oh, so, okay, so this is the agenda for my talk. So I think that is today I wanted to cover 4 issues in here. The first one is what is the meaning? So I put the MUSTRS there. So what's the meaning? So most the people, when they see this one, they tell me, MustRs. But I want to these words to be pronounced as the MustRs. So that is the one I wanted to say. What is the meaning for this word? Then also, how is the origin for this project? Then also the third one I wanted to discuss. So what is the progress? Then as the suggested in the title, this is a case study for the innovation. So I wanted to show you the 2 sides. The one side is the inside, the innovation. Another one is I try as a promoter to promote innovation. So I wanted to discuss several issues with you. So this is what I try to cover for today. So the first one is the meaning of the MustRs. So this is the words. It's came from our idea. Is we call that is multiple utility senior tending robot. So that means we want this robot is particularly it's good for the caregiving. So that is let them to help senior people, then also disabled people. So that is the make them is useful. The most one the distinguish us from the other one is we wanted our robot have hands. Then also their hands can do the work. So we see their hands dirty. So you may argue, oh, most of the robots, they have hands. But why you see the robot do not have hands? So I will explain this one a little bit later to you. So that is what's the meaning for this. Then also for the purpose we have been mentioned. So that is for the business, we always have a mission, have a vision, right? So this is the last one is our mission. So we want the people, the senior people or disabled people have a decent life. For the senior have a decent aging. For the disabled people also have a nice life. So that is we try to use the robots as a tool to do that. Okay, so I talk about the origination. So the origination, when we mentioned, there always something have a supply side or the demand side. So from the supply side, we always see the robot is growing, But generally speaking, we always mention the third wheels of the robotics technology. So the different people have different idea. So what is the first one, second one, the third one wheels? Some people thinking the first wheel about robot is replace labors. The second will is replace our mental or our intelligence. The third will is replace everything. So that means they can work in everything. So that is the one. Then another one is mentioned, the first will robots is industry robots. The second will is mobile robots, so they can move around. The third one is a smart mobile robots. So no matter what is the idea about the development of the robots, we currently come to an age, so the robots will be part of our life, no matter you like it or not like it. So that is the reality. So that is, we mentioned, that is from the supply side. So the technology is there. So the robot will be shown everywhere. The second one is from the supply side, is myself. I'm very interested in the new technology. Although I'm not a technical person. You see, I have been studying about the technology development. I'm always thinking to consider how the technology help the society. So I'm doing the research about technology transfer. So I wrote a book. So that is called the technology transfer to China through foreign direct investment. So that's my PhD thesis. So after that, I spent a lot of time just doing the research under the innovation, under the new venture development. So I teaching innovation management. I teaching new venture development course for our MBA program. So that means I'm the person interested in this one. The third one is, you see, I have been spend some time on the robots for several years. So I read. So that means I try to collect the information. So I put the one link in the Pinterest. So this is called a robot world. So that if you go there, you can see maybe more than 1,500 links. So about the different topic about robots there. So you see that is the supply side. So in the demand side, I have a mother. My mother is 93 years old. So I have a brother and a brother-in-law. I have a sister and a sister-in-law. 4 people take care of her. She still have a difficulty. She complains a lot. So that means that you see, I always thinking, if for her, 4 people is not enough. So how many people I need? I don't expect that any person will take care of me, except my wife, right? So that is, I thinking that is, I always thinking, oh, who help me in the future? So I thinking about robots. Then also when I read about the tsunamis, several tsunamis, aging syndrome. So there is so many problems. We about 20% population is aging. Then also when we aging, you see, we lost our capability. We feel pain, we feel lonely. So we feel a lot necessary help. So that is all from the demand side. Then also, I think that you all know that the systematic shortage of the caregivers. So that is that you can read from the many countries, from Japan, from China, from the US, from UK. Oh, that is everywhere. This is system. Then when we mention about this, is finally we realize the problem, right? So the other people, when they talk about the robots, the problem, they mention, oh, high cost. Do you know the robots? If the robot have hands, usually the robot costs you about $20,000 to $70,000 in that range. So that is the range. I think is very expensive to the ordinary people. So that is you have a robot, same as you have a car, right? So that is the expense. That is a lot. Another one is the safety issue. The robots, if you are build up the mini robots, put in your table, that's fine. So that means you can talk to the robot. But if you want to have a robot move around in your house, so usually the robot is around 100 pounds. If the robot is falling down, it's not kill you, but they will hurt you. Then also the robot falling down, this is the common problem. So in many the nursing home or in the certain center, senior center, they do not use the robot. The one is that they worry about the liability, about hurting people. So you see that is the problem people all talk. But I will talk to you is I notice a problem. So that is for the most service robot, not many they have real hands. So that means the robots, their hands usually is decoration, do not do the physical work. They do not have the capability to do the physical work. Then also they do not design to do the physical work. So this is the problem. So we have a robots with one hand, two hands. So that is the most robots is no hands. So this is the one I think that is very ironic. If you want to have a service robot, but the service robot cannot do physical work, that is very strange, right? So that means that I noticed this one. I say this is a big problem. We can solve this problem. Okay, so now I move to, so how do we start this MustRs, this business? So I wanted to go through the 4th stage. The first one, how do we got the idea? Then the second one is we set up the MustRs, the company. Then the third one is we got some funding from the Alaska Small Business Development, the center. The fourth one is currently working on the National Science Foundation money. So we try to get more money to develop this. So this is the 4th stage. I will briefly go through this. The first one is in the spring, in Fairbanks, we have a bobber fishing in Alaska, in Fairbanks. So that means that we usually go fishing. I have a couple of friends, so we go fishing in the Tanana River. So that is the fish. It's very tasty. It's a very good one. So when we try to do the fishing, so I always thinking about robots, right? So when we go to you see the bobber fishing is under the shore. So we driving the boat to the shore. So we put the string there, but the boat is moving. So I anchored the boat, right? So when I anchored the boat, I suddenly got the idea, this aha moment. So why I cannot anchor the robot? If the robot in the house, if we need them to work, they can stop there as a boat. So that means we can anchor them. So that is I got this idea. I should develop anchor the robot. This robot can change to industry robot like the smart machine. So this way I can solve the problem. So that means the robot will not falling down. So not hurt people. So based on this, they can do other things. So you see, this is the idea. So in that the moment I got this idea, then I come back. When I come back, I doing the homework. So I revisit so many companies. What is kind of robot they have? Do they have any function I mentioned or I imagined? So I do not find that. Then I go to the patent database. I try to read the patent that's related to this idea to anchorable the robots. I not only read the patents, issue the patents, I also read the patent applications. So that means people got the idea, they want to get a patent, but they haven't yet. So that means I read the 2 database, I search them systematically based on the keywords, based on their class, but I do not find any idea the similar as my idea. So I'm thinking, I got something. So that is unique. So I should pursue that. So that is the second one. So I joined the UAF ICOPS. So that is, I joined this program. This program usually is for people. You got the technology already, but you need to do some marketing research. But for me, I'm not a technical person. I got the idea as a layman, is right? But I thinking that is, I can join this program. So I thinking that is, I can talk to people so I can collect more information. So I joined the program. I think the program is well designed, the program. So especially it's good for the engineers. If you got the good the idea or the prototype, you want to develop, you are the prototype into a business. That's great. But also that is very great for me. So because when I joined this program, the Peter Webley is a very, very engaging the instructor. He helped me a lot. Then also through this program, so you see, I know the Jacqueline, I know the Russell. So I think they are both is my mentors. So that is the help me to link to the people to working on my project. So that is, I benefit a lot from this one. So also I systematically doing the survey to go through different people to see. So this is the organization. So I wanted to thank. So that is, I have certain people. So that is the help me, the certain organization, they help me. So that means I put there. So I think that the UAF, SBDC, Fairbanks, the FEDC, or the Hairstyle Access Alaska, you see that is so many organizations. So that is the help me. So let me to identify what is the real needs from the people. So from the customer. So what is the opportunity for us, especially what's the opportunity for a company based in Alaska? So I think that is the Alaska is the best place to start this kind of business. And also because that is the encouragement I got from the different organizations, then also from the different people, they encourage me to move forward. So that is go for the National Science Foundation money. But they also tell me that is Alaska have this help. So this financial help, so called Alaska Phase 0. So that means based on their requirements. So that means that I have to become a private business. So that means that you can apply for this. So that in that time, we set up this company. So that is for the MustRs. So that means we confirmed our mission. Then also we confirmed our the vision. So the one milestone currently, I think that is is very encouraging. Is we got the money. So you see, we just set up a company, maybe 1 month. Then we set up, we put in the application. Then we got the funding. So every year the Alaska SBDC, they select 4 business, small business. So that is give them the money for the Alaska Phase 1, Phase 0. So you see, we are the top recipients. So that means that you see the people, the judge, they through our proposal, they understand our value. So they put our, you see, our company, maybe it's the brand new, you see, just the newest one, but they put us as a top recipient. So that is the really boost our confidence. Then another one is currently, you see, we got the support. So we produce the proposal. We submit to the National Science Foundation for the project pitch. So that means that the National Science Foundation is very picky. So that means they give the money is only very limited money. So that means I think at this moment, not any Alaska companies was selected in the robustic program. So in this area, so we are submit our pitch to project pitch, but we are accepted by the National Science Foundation. Now they ask us to submit the full proposal. So that means currently we are working under the full proposal, try to submit this. So that is the, you see, we are currently build up a team. So the team, we have the expertise in the robotics. Then also we have the expertise in the program. Then also we have the people that is good at the hardware manufacture. So I think that is we have a strong team. I hope that is that we can produce a really functionable prototype, maybe in 1 year time. So that is in the other time, I can talk more about the company. But at this stage, so the company is not very much to talk. So I leave the last one is under the discussion. It's based on the the MustRs. So I wanted to discuss a couple issues. The first one, what is the innovation? Because you say, I want to share, so that is my understanding. Then the second one is how to conduct innovation. Then the third one is the pursuit of innovation. So the first one is that I have my definition. About the innovation, there are over 100 definitions. So the different people treat the innovation are different, but my definition is different. I thinking the innovation is getting something from nothing or next to nothing. So that means it's mainly innovation is transfer your intelligence from intangible to tangible. So this process is not means you do not need money, but it's not means, it really means you do not rely on money. So I think that is the one. So the innovation is not a transplanting, it's not who have the most money, who will be the innovator. That's not the case. You see, most successful company, after 20 years, they will die or they will fade off. So if you look back 100 years ago, the most successful company is gone. Not many left. What's the reason? It's the reason the innovators, they from the outside, they use less money, they beat them. So you say that that is the innovation. So that means I never believe you have more money, you will be more innovative. So this is the one. So nobody can monopolize the innovation. So that is the reason. So I start the innovation competition. So I encourage everybody. So you can submit your idea to get some money from us. The second one is the conduct the innovation. Conduct the innovation same as do anything. Do innovation same as do anything. You repair a car, or you cooking food or dishes. So they have some methods. So I think that when you're doing the innovation, they have several methods. I put the 1, 2, 3, 4, the number within a box. The box means a reference. So use this as a reference. You can get a better innovation. So the one way is inside the box. So that means that you copy from the other people's innovation, try to find out what's new. Then the second one is that you try to find out the problem. So although this problem do not have a very perfect the solution, so that means you are outside the box, but you are very next to the box. So through here, you can find the innovation, you can find the way to do the innovation. The third one is based on your dream, based on your passion. That is, it's a little bit far from the reality. But because this one is your dream, usually you have a passion. So you have a better transfer your intelligence into the reality. So that is the third way. The fourth way we see that is, I call it chasing a moving box. So this is mainly based on the technology. The technology development is moving the box. They are always invent a different way to do things. So you follow this trend, so you develop the new solutions. So this is the four way. So I teaching the innovation management class. I force my students each week use one method to create a new idea, new solution. So you see, not any student fail this one. I teaching this course about 10 years. Oh, over 10 years, start from 2008. So that is the over 10 years. It's 13 years already. So that is no single student failed this time. That means everybody can generate an idea. Because my innovation, I think in innovation have a trinity. So that means that you can create a function, you can create a process, you can create the new relationship. Okay, because of the time limits, I move to the last one. So the last one is I want to say, pursue innovation is hard. It's really hard. So you need to spend a lot of time. Then also that is very exciting, very exciting. But I think the most important factor to pursue innovation is guts and persistence. So you have the braveness to do that. Then also in Alaska, I think that we have a lot of help, such as Jacqueline. So that is if you want to do something, you can do. Then also a lot of people will help you. So I think that is all from my presentation. So if you have any comments, any questions, so please.
This is wonderful. Thank you. May I ask everyone to give Dr. Ping a round of applause, either in person or through emojis? Thank you so much, Dr. Ping.
Thank you very much.
So we do have a few questions, and I've told people that we are just going to stay on. If people have questions, then we're just going to stay. But a couple of them in the chat, and then I'll give people a moment to unmute and ask them in person. But we, Gay Wellman has asked, what other ideas are you working on besides the robot? What else are you working on for innovation?
Oh yeah, you see, when I was teaching in Australia, in that time, we just started the internet, right? So I started a company. It's called Australia-China Trading House. So we built up a portal, try to link the company between the Chinese company with the Australia company. So in that time, you see, we are a little bit later. When we started the company, we got a little bit of money, so the venture capital investment. So we just start American stock market crash. So that is, you see, that is to bring our company bankrupt. So we just, but you see, in that time, we have 13 people, 13 members. We have 11 people with PhD or with master degrees.
Awesome.
So that is, yeah.
Just because we're limited. Well, I those are the stories, right, that entrepreneurs always have. So another question, Kim Champney, who you mentioned, has asked, you did your discovery process. What did you learn? What did it tell you?
Oh, can you repeat your question?
So you did your discovery, you interviewed everyone, and when you did your discovery, did it tell you that people wanted this robot? Not only that they wanted the robot, but what kinds of robots would be useful?
Oh yeah, that is you see, from my discovery, I try to make a list. So you see, that is there is a lot of research. They have made the list already. They put the 7 very basic essential the items, so people really need. But based on our development, we selected everyone, so we put the microwave cooking at the first one.
Okay.
So that is the one we want to use this one to demonstrate. So what will be the most useful? You see, if you are doing the caregiving, so we set our goal. Our robot will talk to you. Then also our robot will doing the telecommunication with you and the other people. But we will ask our robot to do one physical job. So that means they pick up the food from the freezer, then open it, then put them into the microwave, then cook it, then bring to you. So this is the one you see. From this one, you see, finally, we select from all the tasks, we put this one into our first one.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, very wonderful. That is from the customer study.
Oh, awesome. And then Gay Wellman kind of has a follow-up to that is, sometimes we have Roombas and other things that are supposed to be robots that don't work very well. People who are disabled or seniors will really need something. They can't like find a broom and try to collect it from under the bed or something. So have you thought through how that might happen? Like if the robot breaks down, if it's supposed to be helping someone?
Yes, you see, the first one, the Roomba, give us a very good indicator. So that means people need a robot in their home. Then also, I think that is the question itself is mentioned. It's not enough for the household. So that means that our idea is we build up an anchorable robot. It means we can change for the mobile robot in certain environment, put it into an industry robot. So this one can do a lot more work. So in the future, if we are success in the first stage, when we build up a hardware, software platform, we try to open it. So same as Apple. So you open you are the framework. So let the people working on the different job. So maybe we're working on the microwave cooking. The other people can working in the other parts for the laundry, for example, for the cleaning, for the help people taking baths. So that means that in this way, our robot will be a platform. It's not just the one job. So that means in this way, we can have more people working on that. So we develop that.
Oh, what a wonderful response.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So basically you'll be working with other people who are also trying to develop robots to help seniors and people with disabilities, and you'll be able to kind of plug and play almost.
Yes,
That's
yes,
great.
that is our plan.
Fantastic. So I'm going to stop. Lots of great questions, but I'm going to stop for a moment and see if anybody else would like to unmute and ask one in person.
This is Gay Wellman. Somebody asked if online, I saw that on the chat, asked if you had a picture of your robot, the one that you're already working on, that has an anchor, or is it still in an idea stage?
This is the still, we designed the robot already. So that means but you see, because we want to apply for the patents. So that means in the public talk, we cannot tell too much about the details. But I just wanted to tell you, so that means we want to make that is our robot. It's friendly, it look like a young lady. Then also that is they can have some fancy function, but the basic one is they will not falling down. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Gay. Great question. So, and you've been very kind, Dr. Ping, to talk to us today. I know that we're getting some of the first notifications about this, right? This group is very special because you're really not sharing too much about this. That's great. Is there anybody else that would like to ask a question? Well, it might be just the right time. So Dr. Ping, can you put your contact information in the chat so that people can reach out to you directly? And then I wanted to ask you, what can we do for you? What can this stakeholder community do for you as you move forward with this?
Yeah, because you see in our plan, we want to start this business in Alaska. Then also we want to our test bed in Alaska, because they have several reasons. The first reason is Alaskan people is open-minded. It's very open-minded, then also very innovative. So when you see, when we got to talk to the Alaska people, they say, oh, this is a good idea. We want to test out. So I thinking that is the one based on Alaska, test in Alaska. I thinking that will be the uniqueness for our small company, because compared with the other robust company, we are maybe it's very, very weak one. So we need the nursing from the Alaska people. So that is the one. The second one is that you see currently I'm apply for the National Science Foundation money. There is the one atom. So the atom is the supporting. They can accept the 3 supporting letters from the other people or the other organization. So you see, I tell them in the proposal, oh, we got the strong support from Alaska. So I wanted to have some evidence. So if any organization in here, you want to produce a strong support letter for us, I will be more than happy. Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So basically what you're asking this community to do is to reach out and to provide support letters and talking about how critical this is in their organizations and how this would benefit them to have robotic support within their organizations, right?
Yes.
Great. So super exciting. Thank you all for coming today.